Good morning, friends. I'm going to be sharing a full day of food today. So everyone is sitting at the table and having some toast for breakfast. I just called Wesley back and said, come eat your last couple bites. So on our toast we have, what do we have here? We have peanut butter, we have honey, we have jam. Charity just wanted butter. We are just having milk. You're having butter and jam. We are going shopping today. We are completely out of fruit, so we have no fruit to have with our breakfast. So you'll see our breakfast and lunches are going to be pretty basic. Wesley, come and sit up again. You've got a couple more bites of toast. We are going shopping right after lunch. So we'll pick up some groceries and then have some fruit a little later on this afternoon. So that was the kids' breakfast. They typically eat right around 7:30, between 7:30 and 8. I have Wesley behind me. He just finished off his milk and he's drying his cup. Good job. And then I have breakfast a little bit later, so it's like 8:45 right now. I usually have breakfast around 9 o'clock. And I like to make myself a smoothie. It is a low-carb berry smoothie. I will show you how I put that together. What are you doing now, Wesley? Climbing up on the counter. This smoothie is what I have for breakfast almost every day. Probably like 6 days out of 7. This is my breakfast. I've got some almond milk, a couple of spoonfuls of cottage cheese. I've got a little bit of leftover whipped cream here, so I am just gonna put, I don't want too much, a small spoonful of whipped cream, some frozen berries, and then I do about 2/3, I'd say, of a scoopful of this vanilla protein powder. I'm getting so near to the bottom that I think this is a two-handed job. All right, about that amount. I always pour myself my first coffee of the day just as we are about to sit down and start school. Coffee is finally starting to taste just about normal after we had COVID for the next week or so. It just tasted really gross. I don't know how to describe it. It was like watery but super bitter, and like it just did not taste the same, so I wasn't drinking nearly as much, but I am about back to normal. Coffee is tasting pretty good again. Almost back to normal. Okay, we are playing a little game for school here. A little game with the dreidel. We were learning about Israel. Okay, hold on. Okay, so everyone starts with 10 M&Ms, okay? And then we'll see how the game goes and see how much everybody gets. But I had to show you guys. There might be a little bit of M&M snacking. The kids are over here now doing a little shrink art activity before lunch. Just a fun Christmas time school day. Do you want a different color to color your gingerbread house? How about green? Put the lid on your red and then we'll do green, okay? So those are gonna go in the oven shortly, but I took this loaf of bread out. This is what we're gonna have for lunch. So I don't go into Walmart very often because I usually do online grocery pickup, but anytime I do go in store, I look at their clearance rack because they always have lots of bread on that's just like has a day left or so before its expiry date, and then I just stick it in the freezer. So this is a cranberry, where does it say? Cranberry pumpkin seed bread. And so I'm just gonna slice this up, toast it. We will butter and honey that. Butter and honey it? We'll put butter and honey on it. And that will be our lunch. Again, such a simple lunch. And then we're gonna go get groceries and we'll have some fruit or yogurt or something after we get back from Walmart. Also, I am accidentally onto my second cup of coffee. I finished my first coffee. Wesley, you only get one to do, okay? I finished my first cup of coffee, and then I thought, you know what? I really want to get a coffee when I go out this afternoon, and so I'm just gonna like pour myself like a half cup of coffee, and then not thinking, I filled it up to the top, and of course I drank it all. So I'm done my 2 coffees, but I really wanted to get a coffee when I'm out this afternoon, so I'll have another coffee in just a little bit. I typically drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day. So I just put cream in my coffee, no sugar, just coffee and cream. And it sounds like my little guy is ready for lunch. He's definitely getting sleepy. Wesley man. So I'm just gonna toast this bread These are ready to go into the oven. And I also remembered that we have these leftover scrambled eggs from lunch yesterday, so I'm actually gonna stick that into the oven too, and we'll have eggs with our toast. So here is lunch. Everybody got a piece of toast. Everybody has butter and honey and at least a small helping of some scrambled eggs. So that's lunch. And we have our ornaments sitting in there. They've shrunken nicely and we're just waiting for them to cool down. Oh, and we are also just water for lunch. So everybody has water in their cups and it's time for everyone to come sit down for lunch. I got my coffee as promised, a large coffee. I have a whole bunch of groceries that I need to put all away now. I did say we would come home and maybe the kids would have a fruit. So I do have a whole bunch of fruit in that grocery haul, but nobody came home saying they were hungry, so I just didn't say anything. They all went for quiet time, and I'm sure we will have some of that fruit for snack later on. But for now, I've got a whole bunch of groceries to put away and a coffee to drink. I should also mention, in case you guys are a little bit concerned about my coffee consumption, yes, this is a large coffee, but I will drink this like all afternoon. I got a large, but I probably will drink like half of it. I'll reheat it and drink it a little bit later on this afternoon. I'm just about to put supper into the Instant Pot right now. I'll put it on the slow cooker setting, but that's my Instant Pot. I am making some Southern baked beans. I will link the recipe down below in the description box. So I'm gonna follow the recipe pretty closely, but one thing that I am adding is mushrooms. I have some mushrooms in the fridge I want to use up, so some of the kids heard that. They're not going to be very impressed about adding mushrooms. It'll be fine. I'll chop it up so small you'll hardly notice it. So this recipe that you'll see that I link down below, it doesn't say to do it in the slow cooker. It's just a stovetop recipe. So a lot of times for stovetop recipes, I will just use the slow cooker anyways. I'm gonna use the saute setting to cook up my ground beef, peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Then I add the rest of my ingredients and I just put it to slow cook setting. So basically it will just stay warm for as long as I want it to until we are ready to eat dinner. And then just before dinner time, I will just cook up some rice that we'll have that with. My beef and mushrooms, onions, peppers, all that is cooked through. So here are the rest of my ingredients. Super easy recipe. So this is the brand of baked beans we like to use. I am doing a double recipe. So then there's just Worcestershire sauce, some ketchup, some mustard, and then I do cut down quite a bit on the amount of brown sugar it calls for because ketchup has plenty of sugar in it, but I do put some sugar in as well. So maybe not the healthiest recipe, so easy though, and so yummy. I've got all the ingredients in there now, so just gotta give this a really good stir. Now this really just has to be warmed throughout, so I'm gonna put my lid on here and I just have it set to the slow cook, so that will just sit there, get all warm, and then whenever we're ready for dinner, open it up, it'll be nice and warm. Because our dinner isn't like really, there aren't many veggies. There's baked beans, but not a lot of veggies. Oh, and mushrooms and peppers and onions, but not a lot of veggies in our dinner. And we didn't have any veggies at lunch. So I am just going to make like a veggie and fruit tray for our snack today. Get a few more veggies and fruits into us. Although the kids have had some fruits. I was upstairs for a while this afternoon and I came down and the kids were like, oh, I had 3 oranges. I had 4 oranges. So I bought these today and like, that's how many have been eaten. How's this for a healthy snack? We've got apple slices, sugar snap peas, raisins, and almonds. That's gonna be our snack. Does it look good? Yeah. Yeah? Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear that. I've got some rice cooking here, and I've also got some corn that I am going to cook in just a minute. But I wanted to show you, I'm also having one last half coffee as I'm finishing dinner here. Here's a finished look at dinner. This kind of dish, I prefer us just to use spoons to eat it. It's easier that way, and spoons work better with a bowl. So everyone has their dinner here in bowls, and yeah, that is dinner. All right, look what I bought at the Lindt store this past week. Oh my goodness, so many different chocolates. So as a little dessert tonight, we're each gonna have probably one, maybe two chocolates. Last thing I am having tonight, a peppermint tea. Thank you for watching today's video. Just realizing this mug does not look that clean. Okay, real life here, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did.